guys, happy Wednesday. I hope you're all enjoying your week so far. The weather cleared up a little bit. It's not nearly as rainy as it has been, and that's good. I am missing you guys like crazy, and I'm really sad that I haven't seen your smiling faces. Comment below something happy or something that's going on with you, or a picture of you just smiling, because I miss your face. And then I'm going to read from our Haunted America book today, which is just places across America that claim to be haunted. And then, since we finished our Real Life Ghost Stories book yesterday, I want to start a chapter book for our Read Aloud. And I have two books that I'm going to let you guys vote on. You can vote in the comments below. I have Lincoln's Grave Robbers, and then I have Crenshaw. And after my read aloud today, I will read the description on both of those, and you can vote for your choice. And starting tomorrow, that will be the book we read from. So, stay tuned. Seguin Island Lighthouse. In the mid-1800s, a lighthouse keeper lived on Seguin Island, Maine, with his wife. His job was to keep the kerosene lamp lit so ships wouldn't crash into the land. The keeper and his wife lived alone on the small island. To keep his wife from getting bored during the long winter, the keeper bought her a piano. However, the piano had come with only one piece of music. The woman played it over and over, sometimes for hours at a time. Legend has it that the keeper was slowly driven crazy by the music. He took an axe and hacked at the piano. He then killed his wife and himself. 100 years later, lighthouse keepers began reporting eerie happenings. They saw doors slam and furniture move on its own. Some visitors claimed to hear the sounds of a piano playing in the distance. In 1985, new technology allowed the lighthouse to run without a keeper living there. A crew came to clean out the house and remove the furniture. One crew member saw a woman's ghost appear at night. The woman said, "Don't take the furniture. Please leave my home alone." The next day, they loaded the furniture onto the boat anyway. After everything was loaded, the engine suddenly stopped. The chain keeping the boat in place broke, and the boat sank. So that ghost was not very happy about them taking her furniture out of her house. Omni Parker House. And here's a picture of what that looks like. Guests and staff at the Omni Parker House Hotel have reported strange happenings for more than 70 years. Guests have claimed to hear the creaking of a rocking chair, but the hotel doesn't have rocking chairs. A security guard once saw a shadowy figure in a stovepipe hat. Some guests claim the elevators go to the 3rd floor without being called. Staff have also claimed to see orbs floating through the 10th floor hallway. Harvey Parker, who opened the hotel in 1855, is the most widely reported ghost at the hotel. He worked hard to make sure his guests had an outstanding experience at the hotel and restaurant. Long after Parker died, his ghost was spotted on the 10th floor. Some hotel staff believe Parker stayed behind to make sure guests have a wonderful experience. And it says, an orb is a glowing ball of light that sometimes appears at a reportedly haunted location. If you get the chance, you need to ask Mr. Meadows about the orbs in his house. Colonial Williamsburg. Williamsburg was founded in 1699 as the capital of Virginia. The city grew over time, but Colonial Williamsburg still exists. The historic area lives in the eastern part of the city. Some of the original buildings are still standing today, while others have been rebuilt. Some of the buildings, such as the Peyton Randolph House, are known for their ghostly history. Peyton Randolph helped lead the Revolutionary War. He inherited his father's house, which was later named the Peyton Randolph House. Today, the building is open to the public. Employees and guests have seen ghosts of women, men, and children in the colonial clothing. The figures have disappeared right before the visitors' eyes. A woman who lived in the house in the mid-1900s also reported strange events. She claimed to hear footsteps and see the ghost of a teenage girl. Raleigh Tavern is another site in Williamsburg where unexplained events have occurred. The tavern hosted dinners and parties for many people, including George Washington. Visitors to the tavern have heard the sounds of parties when no parties were there. They have also smelled pipe tobacco when no one is seen smoking. And here is the photo for that. And this one at the bottom is the Raleigh Tavern. I'll get that a little closer for you. Danvers State Hospital. The hospitals are always the scariest. Danvers State Hospital was built in the 1870s to care for the mentally ill. The hospital grew to include more than 40 buildings. It was built to hold 600 patients, but by 1945, it had as many as 2,360 patients. Not much was known then about treating mental illness. Harsh methods were used to keep the patients under control. Some people believe this treatment led the ghosts of the hospital patients to haunt the property today. Geraldine Levasseur grew up on the property. Her father was the hospital administrator, so he ran the hospital, kind of like Miss Damon. She runs our school. She remembers unexplained footsteps in their house, lights flickering and doors opening and closing on their own. One day, she saw the ghost of a woman in the attic. Another day, the covers on her bed were pulled off when no one else was in the room. Stories like Levasseur's drew ghost hunters and tourists to Danvers after the hospital closed in 1992. That was only 2 years before I was born. Many visitors left believing the building was haunted. Today, most of the former hospital has been torn down. The only buildings that remain have been turned into luxurious apartments, leaving the haunting of Danvers State Hospital a mystery. And it says the 2001 horror film Session 9 was filmed at Danvers State Hospital before the building was torn down. And there's the photo of that. Okay, and we will stop there for today. It's just a short read. And I'm going to go ahead and read the descriptions for Lincoln's grave robbers and Crenshaw. The Lincoln Monument was completed in 1874, and the president's coffin was moved inside. Lincoln's remains could finally rest in peace, or so everyone believed. On October 20th, 1875, Secret Service agents raid the Illinois workshop of master counterfeiter Benjamin Boyd and arrest him. Soon after Boyd is hauled off to prison, members of his counterfeiting ring gather and devise a plan to get Boyd back. Steal Abraham Lincoln's body from its tomb, stash it in a secret location, and demand as a ransom the release of Boyd and $200,000 in cash. The action in this true crime thriller alternates among the conspirators, the Secret Service agents on their trail, and the undercover double agent moving back and forth between the two groups, offering a glimpse into the inner workings of counterfeiting, grave robbing, detective work, and the early days of the Secret Service. And counterfeiting, if you don't know, is making money illegally because you can't make fake money. Okay, and then we have Crenshaw. Let's see. Jackson and his family have fallen on hard times. There's no more money for rent and not much food either. His parents, his little sister, and their dog may have to live in their minivan again. Crenshaw is a cat. He's large, he's outspoken, and he's imaginary. He has come back into Jackson's life to help him. But is an imaginary friend enough to save this family from losing everything? Okay, so Lincoln's grave robbers or Crenshaw. Please leave your vote below in the comments so that I can choose. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!